Keith Simmons here, and today we're here in Roswell, New Mexico with a legend. We're here with Dean of Affordable Portables, and he is our dealer spotlight this month. So Dean, tell us about you guys.
Well, we are Affordable Portables, the legends of New Mexico, the carport kings of New Mexico. You know, I started this thing out 17 years ago. I started in a little old lot here with Weather King Buildings, and I was their very first dealer in here selling portable buildings.
Right.
Wood portable. They were all T111 buildings, and I started off on that little corner, and then I got me a lot out across from Walmart to an undeveloped piece of land that was right square across the street from Walmart. And I sold 97 buildings in 6 months. Till I met up with you folks, Keith, and then Eagle come out here. Abe Senior and Alicia came out here. I wasn't quite ready. They flew me to North Carolina, and then my journey with you people has been ongoing and a wonderful relationship ever since. We've had our ups and downs. We've had COVID. We've had a lot of ups and downs, but y'all solved them all for me. And that's kind of how we was formed. I've changed wood building companies more than anything. I've been totally loyal to Eagle ever since we formed our partnership.
So Dean, you have been with Eagle Carports now for a decade. Obviously, there's been a lot of changes within the industry, but you keep selling, you keep growing, and everything is just working out perfectly for us. But tell us about it. What changes have you seen?
Well, first thing that comes to mind is COVID. I think it changed everything. I think it changed our industry. I think it changed the way we do business. We had a banner year.
Oh, absolutely.
That year. And I kept telling everybody thought it would last forever, but I said, wait a minute, you better hang on to your hat, because what goes up must come down. That experience, I think it enlarged our relationships with companies, thus that stuck together. I think it cemented our relationship to a certain extent. And I believe that it taught us all some business lessons. Yeah. That's been the biggest changes. The journey continues.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
get
my daughter and her son to continue this journey.
So Dean, like you said, we've seen some changes. One thing that remains the same is you've been in business, like you said, for 17 years selling storage buildings. Customer service, it's never going to go away. It's only going to get better. And obviously you've done that throughout the years. What's your key to success?
You know, I trained my people. I started out in this thing by teaching them how to treat people like they'd like to be treated. And I bet I've measured more driveways at little old trailer parks and took time with little old ladies and guys that knew the deal by going over and measuring with them. I think that kind of stuff matters. I took the time to really learn about metal buildings and carports and steel structures, and I took the time every time I hired somebody to teach them the product knowledge about that stuff. And I know that it worked and has made my business what it is today, because every once in a while I get a call from somebody that's talked to somebody online about carport structure, and they say, thank God I finally got a hold of somebody that knows what they're talking about. They know if you know what you're talking about. Right. And I think that was a big key in the beginning as to what I tried to accomplish. I didn't know I was doing it because the industry was new to me, but I took the time to really study the products and the material that they gave me, and adding better stuff to the product line that made a difference. We got insulation after that, but most of all, I think once you win their confidence that you know and that they know, then you got a customer.
And the old school tricks of making sure you call people back, following up with them. Did you have a great experience? Share that experience. And those things, site checks, we talk about it a lot in the office. That gives you the ability to go to the customer where they're at, making time to come to them. And that matters. But Dean, again, obviously you've been very successful. We have certainly appreciated the decade-long business partnership and relationship that we have with you. But if I'm a customer and I'm wondering, how can I get in touch with Affordable Portables?
AffordablePortablesNM.com. Go on that builder and you can build you the nicest building you ever seen. You can call 575-420-1274, but my main website is carportsofcolorado.com.
Dean, I appreciate it, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you guys coming.